Hi, I'm Vina Octavia, and I decided to do my undergraduate thesis on the topic of flashcards' contribution in introducing English vocabulary to the first graders of SDN Berhubungan Semarang and their responses, a classroom action research. Why did I choose this topic? We know that English is a global language and it is important for people to learn it. There is one basic competence that should be learned when we are learning English, that is vocabulary. In relation with it, Cameron 2001 in Halima 2017 says that in learning a foreign language at primary level, vocabulary is really important to be built up as it is a central of learning and mastering a foreign language. It means that young learners are needed to be introduced and taught vocabulary so they can master the four skills. They are reading, writing, listening, and speaking. However, teaching young learners is quite challenging for teachers, more specifically teaching English as a foreign language. Teacher needs to think and prepare teaching strategy in teaching young learners. One of the strategies is by using teaching media. From the pre-observation, I found that the lack of teaching and learning varieties in classroom made young learners tended to be passive. Their participation in teaching and learning process was limited. It made students felt unconfident to participate in classroom activities or even asking questions to teacher. The interested in learning more about how young learners learn English and how teaching media can be so beneficial for both teachers and students made I, as the researcher, try to find these following questions. 1. How far can flashcards contribute in introducing English vocabulary to young learners? 2. How do the students respond in learning English vocabulary using flashcards? In order to find the answer, I took the first graders of 1A and 1B class of SDN Berhubungan Semarang as the participants. There are 52 students from both classes, but I took the average number of students' participation in each meeting due to there were some of them were absent in each meeting. So, there are 48 students I taught in each meeting. I was trying to find their responses reflected during the teaching and learning activities, which written in the field notes, observation sheet, students' worksheet, video, and photographs. I applied classroom action research by Camis and McGard in conducting the study. There are 2 cycles that were implemented. The first cycle consists of 4 meetings and I gave 10 kinds of color as material, while the second cycle only consists of 2 meetings due to the pandemic of COVID-19 and 10 kinds of fruit as material. However, the same teaching media, flashcards, was implemented in both cycles. Now, how did I collect and analyze the data? First, I met and asked permission to the headmaster of SDN Berhubungan Semarang. Next, I conducted the pre-observation including observed the teaching and learning process and interviewed the classroom teachers. Then, I planned the research including prepared some documents needed. Fourth, I implemented the action, observation, and reflection steps of classroom action research. After that, I analyzed the data by rereading some documents and coded them into some findings. And here the answer of the questions. Flashcards has some contributions such as can motivate students as their activeness arouse when I give various activities using flashcards. It is also can help students in remembering vocabulary as they could mention the vocabularies given using flashcards after the first and second meeting. Even some of them still forgot some vocabularies. The last, it can help teacher in introducing English more easily, as teacher can move freely and create various activities for students. It is in line with Alexa Cost 2001, as cited in Habibi 2017, says that when teacher involves students in active learning, the students' knowledge and understanding is reinforced in the classroom. During the teaching and learning activities, the students showed that they were active, responsive, confident, and enthusiastic. They showed their curiosity and they enjoyed the learning process. It can be seen from the rubrics of targeted participation of students in Cycle 1 and 2. Both cycles showed that 36 to 48 students were active in answering teachers' questions and repeating the teacher, excited when they got the flashcards, and confident to come in front of the class in participating in practice. The questions such as what color is it? Is it blue? Is it yellow? Is it black? Which one is pink? Which one is red? Which one is green? By showing them flashcards were answered by them enthusiastically. Both cycles showed that about 36 to 48 students could remember the name of colors and fruits in English after the first and second meeting, and they could finish the worksheet well. Cycle 1 showed that about 36 to 48 students were active in participating in enrichment activities such as pointing to things around them when I mentioned the color. It means that around 75% students were active, responsive, and enthusiastic, also enjoy in learning English vocabulary using flashcards. They also could remember the vocabularies given easily. However, there were still around 4 out of 48 students in each meeting of each cycle who didn't pay attention, were passive, busy with their friends, made noise, hitting the text, and shouting each other. It is really needed for teachers to create a good atmosphere and variations of activities such as the games using flashcards or an activity in the students' worksheet and teaching and learning also process. For other researchers, it would be better if they can implement more cycles, add more worksheets or exercises, or even a test for students in order to identify students' competence and interview with students. Teaching strategies, media, and materials should also be enhanced in conducting classroom action research as teaching and learning process in the classroom. I really had a great time writing this research paper, and hopefully it will be beneficial for all teachers, not only English teachers, to create various activities and use teaching media to help students get the knowledge easier. That's all from me. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.